Hello, this is Solomon Davis, Right Side Trader. Today is June 7th, 2024, and this is my weekly market review. We're reviewing the NASDAQ 100, that's QQQ, on a quarterly chart, monthly chart, weekly chart, and a daily chart. This is all for educational purposes only, no trade recommendation, because as we all know, trading is risky. You can lose money at trading, so please check with your financial advisor. Please check with your significant other and make sure trading is something that is suitable for you. All right, let's just jump right over here to the charts and see what we see on this quarterly chart. I will maximize it and resize it and see what we see. Why this thing didn't stay like I had it before? Do that and slide it over. All right, on this quarterly chart, we are above the yearly R1 again on the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ, one of the big boys in the NASDAQ is NVIDIA. NVIDIA is doing a 10-to-1 split come Monday. And a lot of times when they do these splits, good companies, if you think NVIDIA is a good company, they tend to double within the next 2 years from that $100 price at least. You know, that $100 price, $100 and some dollar price that it's actually going to be at, you can almost expect it to double that price in 2 years. Not a trade recommendation, just an observation of some good companies. That's what happened to their stock price, and that will be pushing the NASDAQ up. And although there's other items in the NASDAQ, we'll also be joining along probably with NVIDIA going up this summer based on what I'm seeing here. And if we're getting now above an R1 on the yearly pivots, we might be ready to go higher. Let's just wait and see. And let's go down to the monthly chart and see what we see there. On the monthly chart, of course, we're still above the 10 moving average. We are very bullish. This is just the first few days in the month, and we're already at the quarterly R1 level. Let me just zoom in here a little bit so you can see what I'm talking about. This right here is a quarterly pivot. That's a quarterly pivot, and we are already there. We already pushed up and above that. The thing is, this is the last month of the quarter too, so I can already see by the end of this month, if we get a close above this R1 level here, and this market continues to go up like it looks like it's going to do, this is a bullish engulfing over here, and we got confirmation of that bullish engulfing. Now the thing is, how high will this thing go this month on the NASDAQ? The NASDAQ looks like it's ready to run and all. But we have to kind of like wait and see. It is the summer months coming up. The summer months sometimes can be a little slow and go sideways like, and that would be all right because come the next few months, I'm kind of expecting that, but I don't really, based on what I'm seeing here, this thing is looking like it wants to go higher. But we have to kind of wait and see on that. All right, but let's go down to the weekly chart and see what we see there. And zoom in a little bit here. On this weekly chart, as we can see though, look on the weekly chart. On the weekly chart, I giggled because we had a bearish, engulfing, here at a top in the right location. So you would be expecting this thing going up, going down, with a bearish pattern at a top. But this is why, these patterns, you gotta wait for that confirmation candle. And this thing came down. It never broke the low of this candle, this bearish pattern candle, and its tail of its wick. So again, all based on your trading rules and your trading strategies. You should have never got an entry. Well, based on my trading rules and trading strategy, I never got an entry to actually get short on this thing. I know that's a long ways off, and that's a long ways to have your stop away, but then you position your size accordingly based on what you're trading and how you're trading this thing. But as you can see, that pattern didn't play out, and we are actually going higher. What did I do? I hit the mouse. We are actually going higher, and this week we did make a new high on the NASDAQ. So that's what's happening here. But let's go ahead and take a quick look at the daily noise and wrap this on up on the daily noise. And we still have some earnings, and that was the thing. I don't know what happened here on Wednesday, but I saw the market was running that day like that, and I don't know what the news was or what it was, but again, we was kind of expecting. We had this crazy looking pattern down here, after Friday. What was Friday? Friday was this over here. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. This was Friday. It was coming off this bottom from an R3 level, coming out, pushing up really pretty strong. I was pretty bullish looking. And then on Monday, we had a red morning star and a red morning star, and then you didn't get confirmation right away, which should have been cautious. Then the next day, it ended up gapping up. But it did pull back just about to close this gap, and then ran all the way back up. This was a crazy day on Wednesday. running like this. And now we're kind of sitting sideways here after making a new high here today on Friday. And that's what I see. I kind of expect, since we're going to be opening above pivot, that this market will go higher, and we will be making a new high next week with that NVIDIA split, and we're going to have to see how NVIDIA is going to react after the split. Is it going to, people are going to be piling in, trying to buy at a lower price? So the market can tend to drop when that is actually happening. People can be removing their bids that they're trying to buy at, and moving those bids down lower and lower and lower, not really giving the market any real support, and it tends to drop. And then once they're in their positions and all, that market, they end up supporting that market and supporting their position, not minding to buy anymore, and watch that market go higher, and no longer shorting that in those offers, where they want to sell, they end up moving those up higher and all. Just a little something on the market, the way I see the market, the way I think the market kind of works, where you have to be careful. And let's kind of see how the video is going to work out here on the NASDAQ. I did buy some, but I do want to get more, and I said I'll just wait until after the split, since it kind of took off from me. But that's it. That's all I really want to share. This is Solomon, Right Side Trader. Hope you guys had a great week. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you next week. Have a good one. Bye.